The Leviathan is a legendary sea creature mentioned in both the Bible and Islamic traditions. In the Bible, it appears in the Book of Job, 41:1-34, as a powerful sea monster that symbolizes chaos and God's unmatched power. Other biblical references, such as Psalm 74 verse 14 and Isaiah 27 verse 1, describe Leviathan as a multi-headed serpent that God will eventually destroy. In Jewish eschatology, some interpretations suggest that Leviathan will be slain at the end of time, and its flesh will be served at a great feast for the righteous. In Islamic tradition, while the Quran does not directly mention Leviathan, some interpretations link it to Bahamut, a massive sea creature that supports the world. This concept is rooted in Middle Eastern mythology, where sea monsters represent chaos and divine power. Recent news: Leviathan's return in 2026? Recently, there have been speculative reports suggesting that Leviathan might awaken in 2026. This idea comes from mysterious deep-sea sounds and unusual marine activity, leading to theories about a massive unknown creature. Some theorists speculate that the supermoon of 2026 might trigger an event related to this myth. However, these claims remain speculative and are not supported by scientific evidence. For more on the mythological and historical interpretations of Leviathan, you can read further. Continued discussion on Leviathan, myth, symbolism, and modern interpretations. Leviathan, as a legendary sea monster, has fascinated scholars, theologians, and mythologists for centuries. Below are some of its deeper interpretations and recent cultural references. 1. Leviathan's symbolism in religious and mythological texts. A. The Bible. Leviathan is primarily depicted as a force of chaos and a creature that only God can control. Biblical scholars often interpret it metaphorically. Job 41 describes Leviathan as an invincible beast, emphasizing God's sovereignty. Psalm 74 verse 14 speaks of God crushing Leviathan, possibly referencing God's victory over chaos. Isaiah 27 verse 1 foretells the eventual destruction of Leviathan, symbolizing the triumph over evil. Some Jewish eschatological texts suggest that at the end of time, Leviathan will be slain and served as a feast for the righteous, reinforcing its role in divine prophecy. B. Islamic and Middle Eastern traditions. Though Leviathan is not directly mentioned in the Quran, Islamic mythology contains a similar sea creature, Bahamut. Bahamut is a gigantic fish or sea beast said to support the world, emphasizing divine majesty and the mystery of creation. Some Islamic scholars compare Bahamut to Tannin, a primordial sea serpent found in pre-Islamic Middle Eastern myths. See Ancient Near Eastern myths. Ugaritic texts describe Latin, a multi-headed sea serpent defeated by the storm god Baal. Mesopotamian myths mention Tiamat, a chaos dragon slain by Marduk, which shares similarities with Leviathan. The Egyptian serpent Apep, who battles the sun god Ra, is another ancient version of the chaotic sea monster motif. 2. Leviathan in modern culture. Leviathan's symbolism continues to evolve, appearing in literature, from Thomas Hobbes' Leviathan, 1651, as a metaphor for government, to Herman Melville's Moby Dick, where the white whale symbolizes the unknown. Movies and video games, films like Pacific Rim and video games like Final Fantasy and Assassin's Creed feature Leviathan-inspired creatures. Conspiracy theories and urban legends, some claim that mysterious deep-sea sounds or unexplained phenomena, like the bloop sound recorded by Noah, hint at Leviathan's return, though scientists attribute these sounds to geological activity or marine life. 3. Recent news: Leviathan's return in 2026? A speculative article suggests that Leviathan might awaken in 2026, based on unexplained deep-sea noises and unusual marine behavior. Some theorists link this to the supermoon of 2026, which could allegedly affect oceanic conditions and release Leviathan. While this claim is purely speculative, it highlights humanity's ongoing fascination with deep-sea mysteries and mythology. Final thoughts. Leviathan remains a powerful symbol of chaos, the unknown, and divine supremacy across cultures. Whether viewed as a biblical prophecy, a mythological force, or a modern mystery, its legend continues to inspire fear and wonder. Would you like more details on a specific aspect, such as scientific explanations, historical interpretations, or its role in modern entertainment? Recent news on Leviathan and deep-sea mysteries. While there haven't been direct reports of a Leviathan sighting, recent deep-sea events have sparked speculation and fear, linking them to ancient myths. Here are some of the latest developments. 1. Unusual deep-sea creature sightings. Rare deep-sea creatures like the black sea devil anglerfish and oarfish have been appearing near the ocean surface in increasing numbers. Oarfish, often called doomsday fish in Japanese folklore, have historically been associated with earthquakes and other disasters. While scientists argue that these appearances are due to climate change, warming oceans, and seismic activity, social media is flooded with theories of apocalyptic signs and mythical sea monsters like Leviathan. 2. Leviathan myth and 2026 predictions. Some theories claim that Leviathan, a legendary sea monster mentioned in the Bible, Job 41, Isaiah 27 verse 1, and Islamic traditions, may be linked to mysterious undersea events. A recent article suggests that Leviathan may awaken in 2026, coinciding with a supermoon event, which could affect tides and deep-sea ecosystems. Some have even linked mysterious underwater sounds, like the unexplained bloop recorded in the Pacific, to a sleeping sea monster. 3. Scientific explanations. Marine experts largely attribute these strange events to environmental shifts. Rising ocean temperatures, depleting oxygen levels, and natural climate cycles